What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles. We're focusing on Marcus Pettersson of Skellefteå in the Swedish Elite League. Played 10 games with him. He's a draft-eligible defenseman. Really good size kid at 6'3", only 170 pounds. I think one thing you'd like to see him do is obviously, again, fill out his frame, but that comes with time. I mean, you could realistically add 40, 50 pounds of muscle on him. And, if he maxes out being 6'4", 210 pounds and still is able to be a smooth skater. I think one thing is with these bigger guys, they have to grow into their bodies. And I think, to go with another sport is like Kevin McHale. He used to play for the Boston Celtics. I mean, he was so disproportionately put together when he come up. And he actually played basketball at the University of Minnesota. Obviously he was a hockey factory. But, and he needed to, bulk up and be ready to go down low against the bigger centers in the NBA, and I think that could be a similar thing here with Pettersson. At 165 pounds, you're gonna get pushed around a little bit down there in front of your own net, and if that happens, you've got to be, you got to be able to push back. So, being that lanky isn't going to do you any favors. But I mean, I think there's some offensive upside there. He didn't have any points in 10 games at the men's level, but had 18 points, 38 games at the under 20 level. So, I think, going off his age group, he did pretty well. And I think, if anything, just his size, I think you can coach him up. And, if once he fills out his frame, he can add a little more of a physical dimension to his game. That was a criticism on him, but my thing is it's tough to play physical when you're that much, lighter than everyone else. He's tall and lanky, and I think kind of reminds me a little bit when Ryan Whitney was coming up playing youth hockey. I'm not comparing them as players. My dad used to ref him all the time. I used to go watch him play because my dad used to make me go. And he was always just the tallest kid out there, and he never really developed anything until Bantam hockey. And I know we're talking two different things here, but the way Whitney was able to start developing and using his size more efficiently helped him at their academy with the U.S. development team with BU and helped make the NHL. And I think it's a little bit similar. Obviously, the ages don't match up exactly, but I think if Pettersson can develop that physical angle to his game and use his size to his advantage, you're looking at a very, very intriguing prospect. And I think he'll be 18 on May 8th, so still a young kid, still plenty to work with, and give him 2-3 more years over in Europe, and then bring him over, and then let him develop in the AHL and the North American Ice Services. I think again you're looking at a pretty intriguing prospect that could pay dividends down the line. He's the 7th ranked European skater, so probably a second round pick, and definitely a very, very good second round pick for my money. Maybe he goes later in the first, but right now, if I had to bet, I'd say him going between 35 and 40 in the draft, if I had to bet. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profiles on Marcus Pettersson of Skellefteå in the Swedish Elite League. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.